Hey, good morning again, Bio30s. I just wanted to show you guys this little animation, the cellsalive.com website, and it just goes through the events of the cell cycle, just to give you a little visual of what's happening during interphase and mitosis. And so the little video, if you look at the diagram here, it's the little circle, right? Just like the little pieces of pie. It's just what is the cell cycle? What are the different events? And remember that interphase, the cell's not dividing. And so you don't need to know about G naught. That's an AP level thing. And again, G1, S, and G2 we'll see in class, but you wouldn't be asked that on a diploma. You just need to know that interphase is the longest of the stages of the cell cycle. Like the cell spends about 90% of its time in this stage. And the cell is not dividing, but it's very busy, right? There's all sorts of regular metabolic activities going on. And S synthesis is very important for the fact that that's when the DNA is making a copy of itself. So here's this little video, and here is an example of a little cell. And the little cell, you can see the nucleus, which right now is just chromatin. And nothing seems to be happening, right? We're in interphase, it's going through gap one, and you guys don't need to worry about these cell checkpoints. This is AP level material, but just know that the cell is undergoing the phases of the cell cycle, interphase, and that's the majority of the cell's lifespan. And then mitosis and cytokinesis is a much smaller time spent in those phases. Okay, and so now the cell undergoes synthesis. It's copying, it's making an extra copy of the DNA. Now it's getting ready to go into mitosis. So again, you're not responsible for the checkpoints, but the cell has been very busy. It doesn't look like anything has happened, but in interphase, the cell is now made a copy of the DNA, and it's starting to be ready to divide. So our next phase is going to be mitosis. And of course, mitosis is the cell division. And during cell division, it's these phases, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, that we're going from one cell, often called the mother cell, and we're dividing into two identical cells, which we call the daughter cells, because there's two of them. Okay, so you can see the little picture in the center here, and maybe you have gone through and practiced and drawn out the cells and the different events. And so you can clearly see that the chromosomes are lined up in the middle of the cell, the equator, and so you know that this is mitosis stage metaphase. And if not, that's something we'll be learning about next week in more detail. But the point is, the cell nuclear contents is starting to divide at this stage. Okay, and so it undergoes cell division. Boom, now we have made two identical cells. They're the same. They have the same DNA, nuclear contents. During cytokinesis, all the cell organelles, the mitochondria and the ribosomes, the ER, all that is dividing. And now you have two identical cells. Now, some words you'll come across in your reading when you're learning about cell division is ploidy. And ploidy is a word that refers to how much chromosomes are present in a cell. It's the chromosome content of any cell. Our body cells are somatic cells, so like your liver, your brain cells, your skin cells. These are just regular body cells, and we refer to the chromosome content as their diploid. So we have 2N. 2N means diploid. It's 46 chromosomes in every one of these body cells. So if you think back to our embryology unit, we know that 23 chromosomes are coming from mom. That's found in the egg, and 23 chromosomes come from dad's sperm at fertilization. And that makes you. You as a zygote, you start out with 46 chromosomes, and every time you divide each and every one of your cells, you're going through mitosis, right? Cell cycle. Every time your cells divide, you still have 46 chromosomes. So again, you know that sperm and egg have different number of chromosomes, right? They're only half the amount. The sex cells, the gametes, the sperm that are from the testes of the male and the egg that develop in the ovary of the female, these cells are special. They're haploid. They only have 23 chromosomes, so that when the sperm and the egg come together at fertilization, you now have a brand new individual. That zygote is diploid. So N plus N makes 2N. Okay, so here again, I've got some other links for you guys, videos to watch on the cell cycle. And if you have questions, you can reach me, michelle.ladine at ghsd75.ca. Okay, talk to you later.